Ted Dekker is about to walk up. I just saw him. So yeah, me and Felipe are sitting back here waiting on him. Felipe, you're going to have to not talk whenever he's talking, okay?
Teddy. I like Teddy better.
Like, I just saw him, but I don't know where exactly he is. He just walked by on my left. I saw him for like a brief second. Not sure where he went. So that means we're about to begin. So much excitement right now. Here he comes. Oh my gosh, there he is. There he is. The man, the legend, Ted Dekker.
He saw me.
Check. So this is Georgia. I love you. It's beautiful weather here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Too tall.
These are you, huh? The best of the best. How about you? No, he's not.
Take pictures.
You know, these signings, for me, it's really about me getting to meet you. You know, so thank you for coming. It's a great opportunity for me to actually meet you. It's not about you coming to see me. It's really about me getting to meet you. I don't get to meet you very often, you know? I know that's what you think maybe about me, but it's just as true for me. To read, you know, the people that read my books are a unique breed. Aren't we all? Really, aren't we all? There's one thing that's very common about all of us, however, and that is most of us hate ourselves deep inside. We at least think we're not good enough much of the time. Isn't that true? I mean, when we're really honest, we don't realize how beautiful we are. There's a certain amount of self-loathing inside. It's really a deep insecurity that's at our hearts. We think we're too this, we're too that. We're not good enough for whoever. Mostly for ourselves. And so we spend our lives in misery, trying to live up to some kind of ideal that we can't possibly meet. Missing the whole time that we're already beautiful. What if you could look in the mirror, honestly, look in the mirror one day, tonight, when you go home, and say, oh my gosh, I mean, I am perfect exactly as I am. There's no need for correction. There's not one thing I can do to myself to make myself better in any way. I am the queen. Or the queen. Or the king. I mean, I am perfect as I am. Can you imagine how you would feel in that moment? The fact is, this is true already. And you'll spend the rest of your life, if you're lucky, discovering that. Some never will. Hopefully you will. I'm on a new journey in my writing, actually. You'll really begin to see the fruits of it, I think, starting next year. I'm so excited about this turn I'm taking in my writing. It's really, my writing, many of you, if you've ever heard me speak before, or met me before, or read any of my blogs, or my books even, my books are simply reflections of my own journey as I've gone through life. Right? In a way, they're like my journals. They're stories that represent questions, struggles that I've had along the way. And I put them into these stories. Some of them are rather twisted because I grapple with parts of me that, you know, are difficult to contend with. Am I loved? Everybody has that question. Why am I even here? And I put them into these stories that I think are also entertaining and also gripping because I get bored easily. Right? So we want to make sure we have interesting stories that are just fun. And a lot of people, they just read the stories for the stories. They just say, oh, what's going to happen next? Yay, oh no, oh, I can't believe you did that. And they're trying to figure out what's going to happen. And that's all good. I love that too. But underneath it all, how many of you know that there's questions in there? And there's a searching. And really, when you read that story, you're identifying with the characters. My books are like mirrors, okay? And you identify with different characters. You take the journey with them, and the ones you really, that either frighten you, let's say there's a character that frightens you, really it's the fear already inside of you, or the one that you're identifying with, mistakenly, by the way, but nevertheless, that brings that fear out, okay? It's your own, in a way, your own self-loathing, or the fear that you already have inside of you, that is being reflected through the character. So it's simply a mirror. And if you identify with my stories, it's because there's things in there. Your journey's fairly similar to mine in many ways, which is not so unusual because we all take the same journey. And it really is a very simple journey. In life, we go through life to learn, if we're fortunate enough to discover this, how beautiful we really are once you take away all the masks. There's no further need for correction. We are beautiful as we are. Now, there's more to it than just that, but that is so true. And if you're lucky to discover that, it will change your life. So, Sanctuary, the novel that I'm signing today, along with other ones that you brought, is a story that's somewhat in the same vein. It's about the prisons we keep ourselves in. We're each in a prison. Right now, you're probably in multiple prisons. If you don't like the way you look, that's a prison. That will hold you back. That will bring you a lot of suffering and pain. Stop it. How many of you have seen that Bob Newhart video, Stop It, on YouTube? Okay, for those of you who would raise your hands if you've seen it. The rest of you, go, seriously, I know Bob Newhart, you know, I'm dating myself, but it is hilarious. It's one of his best skits. Have you seen that, honey? Have you seen the video? Have you seen the video? You've seen it. Okay, go home and watch it. Okay, it's called Bob Newhart, Stop It. It's really, really funny. It's some great advice. So this is a story about a character who finds himself in prison, and he's taking a vow of nonviolence. He's trying to understand what it's like to love. Of course, it's very, very difficult in my stories to go through an entire story without any violence. Not because I love violence, but because violence bothers me more than anything else, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like fear. I've been doing these radio interviews and stuff like that. People want to know, why do you write, why are people attracted to fear? And I'm saying, don't ask me, I'm not. I don't like fear, which is probably why I write about it, to contend with it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a way to walk into this valley where death is only a shadow. In that place you don't fear evil. That's what King David said, the psalmist, right? Yea, though I walk through the valley of shadow, it's a shadow of death. I fear no evil. And yet I fear evil, so I'm going to go into that valley, in this very safe thing called a story, and I'm going to see what it's like not to fear it. I'm going to come up into that fog. I'm going to step into that fog, and I'm going to see what it's like to work through it. And you get to do the same. There's not a lot of fear in this book, but it's definitely a prison story, and it's really about the story. It's a story about your own prisons. The biggest prison we all put ourselves in is one of insecurity. It really is. You really are insecure about who you truly are, and if you knew who you were, your whole life would change. And then what happens once you realize how beautiful you are? You promptly forget it. So then life becomes a cycle of remembering and forgetting. So when you read a story, you go, yeah. That's why some people read a novel like Black 10 times. Every time they read it, they're like, oh yeah, I forgot. Seriously, I'll remember sometimes in the morning and forget. By 10 o'clock, I'll read it. I'll understand, oh my God, I'm so beautiful the way I am. Yeah, for many reasons, as you are. But by 10 o'clock, I've already forgotten. Because, voices that tell us that we're ugly, it's like gravity just pulls us right back to this place of self-loathing. Or, at the very least, deep insecurity on some level. Anyway, I'm so excited to take this new journey, and tonight what we're going to do is we're going to give each one of you, Kevin, why don't you bring one? By the way, this is Kevin Kaiser. Everyone give him a hand. This guy, everything you see, in many, many ways, this guy works so closely with me on every level, including story forming, lots of things, because he's also an artist in it. And we've been together now for 4, 5, 6 years, 7, something, I don't know, a while. But anyway, he put this together for you. Starting next year, we have this thing called the Outlaw Chronicles. Outlaw. I am now officially an outlaw. I've stepped out of the law of death into a new law. into a new place of beauty and freedom. But we're only giving this card to people that come to the signings. And starting in January, we're going to release a new story. And through this card, if you go up and sign up on this website and become an outlaw with me, I want you to become outlaws. Join my tribe. It's a tribe. You know, how many knows I came from the jungle of Indonesia, and I grew up in a tribe? Well, in a way, you know, you guys remember the circle, right? Okay. The circle now is migrating over into this place called the Tribe of Outlaws. Okay? And go there, I'm going to give you the first story free when we release it if you sign up. So, it's really cool. So anyway, Kevin's going to be handing this out. You guys can go, actually you can go on your iPhone now if you want, or your, whatever, Galaxy, whatever it is. PDA. PDA, right? Oh, smartphone. Okay, so anyway, I'm excited about that. Thank you all for coming. I'll try to get through as quickly as I can so those in the back won't have to wait too long. I apologize for some of you that have to wait a little while, but we'll make this quick. I really want to meet each one of you, though. I'm excited to see who reads my books. That's the most exciting thing for me. So thank you very much for coming, and I look forward to meeting each one of you.